Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 30th of October, 2024. Halloween is tomorrow, so we're going to start this one out with a ghostly dad joke. What is a skeleton's favorite road to drive on? Any ideas? It's a dead end. So Dave, what are you doing this morning? Down in a pit. Well, this is where the farm's domestic well is, and it's getting cold. We've had nights down into the 20s now, so I need to shut off the water to the hydrants around the farm. A week ago we were in the mid-low 70s. This week we're lucky if we hit 50. Yeah, for the daytime highs, mid to low 20s. For the overnight lows. So we're shutting off the water today. If you've been with me for a while, you've seen me do this before. For all you new folks, thank you for signing up. Thank you for subscribing. And tag along because we're going to be working with some old tractor stuff yet today. First off, we shut this valve here. It's the main valve that goes to all the hydrants out in what I call the show area and here at the well. Yeah, that's off. This ball valve right here goes to the two hydrants in the show area. We'll shut that off. And this one goes to the hydrant that's right up here above my head. And it's off. Now, on both of those, there's a little drain valve right there. And there's one up there. Okay, so we'll crack these open so that they'll drain. Ooh, some pressure still in that one. Oh, here we go. My leg just got watered. Put that little cap up there on top of the tank, and then we got to undo this plug here. And I have vice grips for that one. This one is the one I'm actually really kind of worried about, because it has a plug in it. That means that when you shut the water off up at the top there at the handle, and the valve is down here that closes the water flow up the pipe, it can't drain the water from here up. So from here up could freeze and break. So yeah, we got to unscrew this plug. Now the reason why I put a plug in there is because I don't want the well pit filling full of water. Yeah, there's another one draining. Then we'll do that one down there, and we'll be done in here. And we'll store them right here on top of the controller box for next spring. The other thing I'm doing, since I'm kind of on a light duty deal, is I'm bringing home 1 to 2 bags of wood pellets every day from the in-town job. 2 is about all I can unpack and pack in here and pack into the house before I get winded. Before I get too far along in today's video, I would like to thank everybody for your thoughts and concerns about my health. Yeah, a little bit of a scare, but I'm going to be doing better. So we're going to keep doing bad dad jokes. Speaking of which, what's a ghost's favorite street? Any ideas? Yeah. A boulevard. This is about as far as I can go pushing those 2 bags with a wheelbarrow. Now it's pack them inside. Say, why don't mummies take time off from their daily routine? Any ideas? They're afraid to unwind. Well, we're back down here in the shop. Not going to do much in the way of any work today, but I am going to show you some of the stuff that I have been getting for the little Allis-Chalmers B tractor. Yeah, the little Model B, little B. Yeah, I have been collecting parts for it. First thing up is I bought a new pulley from Brillman to go on the Allis-Chalmers' alternator. Yeah, it's the right belt width and it says it'll fit a Delco 10SI in their manual. So we're going to take their word for it. We're going to put it on the alternator of the little tractor. First things first though, what I want to do is take the hood and the grill off so that I can have better access to that. And I want to visually inspect the radiator that's behind the grill here to see if it's plugged up or what is causing the engine to run hot. Once that's been determined, we'll either put a new radiator in it or whatever we need to do to make it run at a correct temperature. I'd also like to take a minute right now to say hey to Haley. One of my coworkers is finally joining us on the channel to see what's going on. So, howdy kiddo. Ah. Why do skeletons have such low self-esteem? They have no body to lean on. Next up is we finally got the new headlights in for the little tractor. Let me get it out of here and put the box over here, and we'll get it out of the plastic wrap. Yeah, fairly nice looking headlights. They are in kind of a semi-gloss black. Might leave them like that, or I might squirt some gloss black on them. Now these are almost like an original, except this actually stuck down about as far as this second nut here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, this piece here. It's something new that they put in there to hold the bolt and whatnot, but the originals had like a little bit of a pipe extension that came down to about the end of this nut here. So I'm going to see if I can't get a little piece of pipe of some sort and put in there just for a spacer to make it look more original and right. There are a ton of these out on the market that are the teardrop shape. See, this one's more round. The teardrop shape ones are incorrect because they have a screw terminal right here on the back of it for the wires to hook up instead of going through a hollow bolt like they're supposed to. They're a lot less expensive, so a lot of people put them on the tractor, but this one from Brillman is more correct and more authentic looking. And of course that big hole right there is where the wire went through in the bolt. So yeah, right like that. Yeah, of course the way you're looking at it with the angle of the lens, it looks a little like it's tipped back too far, but yeah. So we are going to have some headlights on this little tractor and make it a usable little machine. Now one thing we're going to have to do, because the bolt sticks out the side, we'll have to loosen the trim ring that holds the headlight lens into the body of the light. We'll have to turn that so it's at the downhill position, at the 6 o'clock position, because these bolts are going to be at 9 o'clock position on the left side and 3 o'clock on the right side. So yeah, these will all need to be down here at the 6 o'clock. That's just to help keep dirt and whatever from building up in the lenses. Say, where do ghosts go when they go on vacation? Any ideas? Malibu. Something else I picked up is that fun little casting right here. Yeah, that three-way casting. That was an expensive little piece, let me tell you what. But I need to have it. Yes, I do. Now, if you may remember, this tractor came with this blue oil hose that goes down to the oil filter down here. Yeah, it right there. And that isn't correct. And neither is that little machined flat piece of brass fitting in there. It's supposed to be this little guy down here. So this is all going to have to come out, and I'm going to have to figure out which one of these three sides attaches to the pipe that sticks out that this thing's screwed onto. That pipe is the discharge pipe for the oil pump that's driven off the back end of the camshaft. It's back here in the back end of the motor. So because these little engines run on such low oil pressure, It scares me not to have the correct fittings in place for fear that we're going to change the oil flow somewhere and not get enough oil, say like up to the valve cover to the rocker arms or something. So yeah, well, this little thing is going to get cleaned up, and we're going to change this out before we do too much more work on it, and it'll be easier to get to with the hood off when we do the radiator. What do skeletons order off the menu when they're eating out at a restaurant? Why, spare ribs, of course. Now, some of you picked up a lot of truck noise in the background of, I think, the last 2 videos I did. Well, what they're doing is hauling these. This is a sugar beet, folks. Memory serves, they are about 70% water, 20% cellulose, meaning the skin, and the balance is sugar. Yeah, so that's where a lot of our sugar comes from that we ingest here in the United States. Doesn't all come from sugar cane, but it's the same product in the end result. In fact, I don't know, you could tell the difference between sugar cane sugar and sugar beet sugar as you and I would as consumers. Now, somebody in a science lab might be able to do it, but yeah, that's what they look like, and that's what they've been hauling by here. In fact, I just had a whole fleet of diggers and toppers and whatever else just go by. What they do, there's a big bushy plant up on top here. It's kind of like a potato, if you've ever seen a potato, where you drive by a field, you don't know what it is, just leafy greens coming out, and they're big, palm-sized or hand-sized broad leaves. It's a sugar beet. They get this topper machine, goes through, knocks the greenery off the top of it, then they have a digger, like a potato digger, comes along, digs these things up out of the ground, runs them through some conveyor belts made out of chains, long bar type chains, knocks most of the dirt off of them, they throw them in a truck and haul them to the sugar factory, where they're washed, cleaned, and cooked down and dehydrated and into the sugar. So yeah, that's what they were hauling by here, and it was making all the noise. Yeah. Okay, so as it stands now, in the next video, we're going to be pulling the radiator shell and the hood off of the little Allis Chalmers B. Might even get around to dismounting the front tires. Well, one front tire off a correct Allis rim, and maybe a second tire so we can have another good Allis rim to put on the front end of the little tractor that I'm sitting next to. Because I do have front tires and tubes for it. So we're going to get that all squared away, get the tires and tubes painted, or the wheels sandblasted, primed, and painted. And then we'll put the right triple rib tires on the thing. And yeah, it'll have more of a level stance instead of uphill. Anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to work on that oil line situation, see if we can't correct that. And pull off all of the mounting brackets finally that go with the loader that was on this little tractor. Yeah, we're going to get all that Allis loader stuff gathered up and put in one spot so that, yeah, it can be sold or traded for something. I'm always in for trading stuff. Well, anyway, that's it for today's little video. Please be careful. Watch out for the kiddos on Halloween, which would be tomorrow. You'll probably see this on Wednesday. Yeah, and Thursday's the last day of October, so it's Halloween. So watch out for the spooks and goblins. Might be a spell before I do another video. Oh, by the way, I am feeling better. Contrary to some people's, well, I need to take vitamin this and vitamin that. No, we got it covered. I'm getting better. So anyway, thank you anyway. But yeah, we're going to get to cracking and doing a little bit of work on the little Allis B. I'd like to get the Oliver in out of the weather for the winter, so we may be doing some of that. If we can get a spot cleaned out in the garage, we'll shove it in there along with maybe 1 or 2 others. So got more parts and pieces coming. So when we do get to working on machinery and stuff, we'll be ready to go. So make sure you keep watching. Subscribe if you would, right down there on that big red thing down there at the bottom. That way you can get notified whenever there's a new video out. If you hit the little bell icon right next to it and click on the part that says all. So yeah, anyway, I'd appreciate it. Y'all take care. Be safe this Halloween. Don't blow off any fingers, and be careful of the little spooks. One of them may want to go home. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave. Catch you later. Bye-bye for now.